This is our intro, and it's not like the music we had last week. Not last week, but the last podcast when Simon found some stuff. Clap, 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 clap. Yay!
I'm still going to put the original theme tune before whatever you see. Yeah.
Oh no, I meant the Oscar special. The Hoggies music that we had last time.
Yeah.
You're going to use that music again?
No.
Well, that's what I was on about, that music.
Yeah.
The special Hoggies Awards music.
Yeah, but you were singing that this isn't the same music, and
it's not. What he was singing? He was just singing noise.
It was singing.
Can we go back to that one where we argue about who's like doing the introduction? Because that was funnier, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a good intro.
Yeah.
But then you couldn't remember what you'd said.
We didn't script that one at all.
Unlike the last episode where we had 3 cuts that were perfect, by the way. I couldn't work out where
they were. Have you listened to the podcast?
I have, yes.
Yeah. Could you tell where we
recreated our comedy perfectly?
We did.
Just to make those cuts work.
Professionalism.
I know. I was impressed.
I did a good edit job on that one. I
was impressed with it. It's the first one I've ever listened to, and I thought, Simon,
you picked a good one.
You edited that. Well, I only listened to it because it was short. I thought you edited that really well.
Well, I've got to say, episode 1 is definitely the worst one I've ever did, and it's not because it was the first one I've ever done. I mean, it probably played a part, but if you remember, I had a really, really runny nose. Yeah, so I was doing my best to not sniff, but I listened to it back, and it was still constant, even though I hadn't been sniffing very often. So yeah, I had to cut every sniff out because you sound
congested as well.
I sounded real congested,
and that's still our most listened to podcast.
Yeah, maybe we should go back to that.
We should go back to the Simon.
The good old days.
Maybe everyone just listens to number 1, realises how bad it is, and doesn't actually listen to any.
That's a good point. Yeah, no, you might be right then.
Yeah, they need to listen to some of the other ones. We've gotten better. I think. So this is
because there's beer involved.
I don't actually know what episode number this one is.
Number 1. It's the first official one of 2016.
It's still not episode 1 though.
Well, no.
Third.
I just want to be on a podcast that gets past 20.
Okay.
I'd just say it's 20
because we either stop doing them or we reset every year to be cool, or we rebrand the podcast or something. Okay. So I want to just keep this one going through. This is
okay.
I think this is actually episode 13.
I'm thinking 13.
This is the first of the teens.
Yeah, because I think that last time's podcast was 12, which would have been one a month for 2015, except that 12 was January this year.
Podcast so 12 was the Hoggies.
All right, so it is 13.
So 1 a month. So
I did save this file as episode 13,
oh,
so
well
I did guess right. So we did the Hoggies last time. Mm-hmm. Now let's move on to the lesser awards.
Well.
This is the Academy Awards.
Golden Globes?
No, we don't care about them. We definitely don't care about them.
The Chicago Town Pizza Awards.
Now those are our biggest rivals right now.
I really fancy Chicago Town, and I want Will Smith to win the competition.
Have you ever got him down on your current list as a snub?
No, because I haven't seen the film.
Yeah, good.
And his accent appalls me.
So this is our Oscar nominations podcast. We'll do another one
for the
winners. Yeah. We'll hopefully do one in between.
Oh, that would be good.
To just talk about other films. Deadpool, which we're seeing on Sunday. But you know us, we probably won't. So just, stay tuned.
We like to keep it real.
Yeah, real lives.
Yeah.
We've got better things to do than record this for you fuckers. Alex is getting married. Congratulations.
Recording.
Oh, we should do one on your honeymoon.
We
can Skype you.
We'll Skype you and
It's fine.
We'll Skype you into a podcast.
Don't forget, it's about an 8 hours time difference.
Yeah, so it's not like we have to say something then wait 8 hours for you to reply.
Yeah, but if it's 6 o'clock in the evening here, it'll be 10 o'clock in the morning there.
That's fast math.
That's fine, sure.
No, I can't stay up till 10
in the morning.
In the morning. You said you're behind. If it's 6 at night here, it's 10 o'clock in the morning there.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hell.
Right, we're going to move on. So we haven't gotten every award covered tonight.
Which I'm disappointed with, because Best Hairstylist is one that I'm normally quite keen for.
It really matters not.
Why?
Well,
I sense the irony, Paul, but costume design is actually quite a good award.
It's normally
there would be a lot of good contenders this year.
It's normally where the superhero films or the sci-fis win. Best
because
costumes.
No one wants to nominate them for a serious category.
Is Star Wars been nominated for Best Film? No.
Cinderella.
Yeah, exactly.
Your favourite film?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm really happy that it's been nominated for something. I'm upset that Lily James hasn't been nominated for Best Actress.
I'm not.
I'm sad that Rob Stark hasn't been nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
I'm not.
He's better than Christian Bale.
It's more screen time than Christian Bale. I still think
He was in
Christian Bale is
Cinderella.
probably better in his 10
He was
minutes.
Prince Charming.
Jon Snow?
Yeah.
No,
No,
not Jon
Rob.
Snow.
Oh, Rob Stark.
Rob Stark.
Jon Snow was in Pompeii, which was
He was
in
also in
Spooks.
that Spooks thing.
Spooks, yes. Was that a TV movie? Or was it an actual
No, it
No,
was an
you-
actual
Alex,
movie.
you went
go
to see
the
it.
cinema to see it.
Oh, yeah.
It was Spooks.
He
the
went to
Greater-
see it.
The Greater Good or something, wasn't
The
it?
Greater Good.
The Greater Good.
Yes, someone got it.
Spooks was a good TV series.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
I'm sure it still is.
What, is it still on?
Well, it's showing films.
That doesn't mean the series is on there, does it?
That's what my point is.
X-Files has released loads of films.
Is it continuation
X-Files
of the
is on.
TV series?
Just like 4 days ago, you couldn't have made that joke.
No.
Okay, so if we have time, we're going to cover some screenwriting awards, but we might just not bother again. We're pretty lazy. So the first award that we're going to look at tonight is Best Visual Effects. Now, what we're going to do, we've all done our picks, and this is who we think is going to win, but we've also picked who we want to win.
I've only picked who I want to win.
Okay,
I
fair
haven't
enough.
done anything else.
Fair
Guess
enough.
in your head, though.
I couldn't be bothered.
Nah.
Yeah.
So,
Rubber
I mean,
lazy.
it's not going to be structured. We're not going to go around saying everyone's picks, but, you know, that's just what
Well,
we've
if we
done.
just read out,
We'll do the nominations.
and then we'll all chirp in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the nominations for Best Visual Effects for the 88th Academy Awards: Ex Machina, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, and Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Okay.
So, Alex, what have you gone for?
Mad Max for both.
I have also done that.
Okay.
What have you done?
I went for Ex Machina for best visual effects because I thought
She was very
The-
good. The
It
robot
was-
was,
yeah.
very
Yeah.
good.
She was real
it was
convincing.
effectively just her face.
I'm
Well,
almost...
there wasn't much of it. Is my criticism of that. It was done very well what there was, but there wasn't much.
Yeah, but when you saw like her internal parts and
Yeah.
how that machine operated, that looked like a working machine.
It did.
You could imagine that
But
working.
that's all there was for the film.
Yeah, and it was better than anything in The Martian.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we're not
That's
voting
we
for
haven't voted
Martian.
for The Martian, we voted for Mad Max.
Yeah, but what visual effects were in that?
The
What
entire
wasn't?
film.
Yeah, but that,
And
was,
the-
that
literally
wasn't visual
everything-
effects. That was just cars
The,
driving in a
the
desert.
non-reliance
flying
of CG, but when there was CG, you couldn't even tell.
What, that giant dust storm? That was definitely CG.
No, there's a lot more CG in the film than you realise.
Oh, is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. So, you know when they're driving down canyons and things?
Yeah.
The canyons weren't there.
That's
They were-
cheating. They said that was all practical.
It was
No.
practical.
Jumping the cars and stuff was. They were all
And the
in
explosions
real,
were
they were in
practical.
real cars, blowing them up, flipping them, throwing spears at each other.
I didn't think it was that good a film, to be honest. But
I think it was a fantastic film, and I
thought
think
it was a fantastic
in
film.
terms of production quality, it deserves to be on that list anyway.
Okay.
The other film I've given Star Wars a special mention just because, well, you know, Star Wars has always had ropey effects. I mean, in the 70s, I don't know how cutting edge the effects actually were, but even at the time, the prequels didn't look great, did they?
Episode 1 looked horrific, going back and watching it.
Oh, it looks terrible going back and watching it. Episode 3 looks bad at times going back and watching it, because I did that the other day. I thought for this one, yeah, fair enough, everything looks as good as you expect from a modern film, but my highlight is the lightsabers, because they looked and sounded more like a lightsaber how I imagined it than they've ever been before.
I liked a little difference as well.
Yeah,
Is that the blue lightsaber
yeah,
was like all crisp and clean and stuff.
yeah, and his was a bit...
Kylo Ren's was the
like
red one was
spitting.
like,
And-
apparently, that was
Black.
because of a faulty crystal that he used to craft his lightsaber.
Yeah,
and that's
probably.
why it has the vent ports as well.
Yeah,
so they're vent parts. They're not.
Yes, no,
They're not
they
hub
they are
guys.
vent ports because his crystal's so fucked it can't do just a solid beam. So it's got vent ports out the side.
Wow.
That is Kylo
Yeah.
Ren's lightsaber.
Today
I'm not as much of a fan of that, but if that's what it is, that's what it is.
I'm more. of a
Should we
fan
do?
now, actually.
Should we do some sort of thing where if you leave me your sheets, I'll work out who was the winner of the Oscars when it happens.
Yeah, whatever.
If you want to do that, yeah.
I don't know why The Martian got nominated.
I don't. There's nothing that mind blowing in there.
I think again it's the CGI that's making sort
Like
of
the
Martian
zero G
landscapes,
bit
I
at the
think.
end. We've seen zero G in so
Yeah,
much
it's
shit
been done
now.
before. It's nothing special.
I could. I mean, I don't have it
The
prepared
new
now.
OK Go video that they've released today is fucking zero G. They did it in the Vomit comic.
Yeah.
I think the main thing for The Martian was the landscaping
Okay.
and making it look, and then like it's a big storm at the beginning and things like that.
Right.
But yeah, all the zero G stuff is nothing special.
No.
And the Revenant looks good. It's very pretty landscapes.
I think
But
the
were they
Revenant.
visual effects?
No, I think the Revenant's been nominated for the Bear.
Right, okay.
What, just the bear?
Yeah.
Well, that's the only visual effect, isn't it?
It was top of my visual effects list on... I know we've only seen a couple of films this year, but I had it top of my list just for the bear. It was a good bear.
When we count visual effects as well, do we count, say, like makeup and things like looking at his wounds on his back and stuff when he gets
I'm not
attacked?
sure. Does that come under makeup or...
Is there a special effects category?
No, that's
No,
the
there
only
isn't.
effects category.
I would say that's makeup then.
His makeup, the costume and makeup.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
I would think so. Maybe props, like the horse and stuff. Maybe that was technically a visual effect.
Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know.
I thought that was a real horse because he actually slept in it.
Yeah. Yeah, he did that. I heard.
Yeah.
Because he ate real liver, didn't he? Even though he's a
Yeah,
vegetarian.
no, he actually slept inside that horse carcass. I'm
All
pretty
right,
sure it was a real horse.
It looked
Is that a
fake.
visual effect when they just go out and slaughter a real horse?
Well, they
Make
wouldn't
him
slaughter
sleep
a
in it?
real horse because it has to meet all the animal welfare things.
That's okay. They should
So
follow a
it's-
horse.
they
not a real
probably
horse.
got no. They might have got a horse carcass from somewhere that was dead,
All right.
and they've done that scene.
You just followed it round and waited for it to
They
die.
didn't run it off a cliff
No,
like in the film.
If it runs
That was a
itself off
scene.
cliff-
That would be a visual
that's
effect.
true. That
That
was a
was.
visual effect. I doubt they
Again,
drove-
I'm
Not
guessing
much.
the arrows as well. Remember how deadly the arrows felt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they were horrible. Actually.
So that must have all been visual. That's all visual effects.
So the Martian's the only one that doesn't really deserve.
yeah,
to be
I
there.
think so. I think Star Wars was.
I think Martian and the Revenant are sort of on par really with how much there was.
Yeah, how much there was.
It
but,
wasn't noteworthy.
well, I think that some of the Revenant was noteworthy. I don't think anything from the Martian. No one's going to come away from the Martian and go, "That was good special effects."
What?
Although no one's going to come away from the Revenant and say that either, are they?
What this list shows is that 2 of those 5 films relied incredibly heavily on practical effects, and we're getting away from the whole everything's got to be CG,
Yeah.
That is true.
which is
Are
nice.
you talking Star Wars there? as
Star
well?
Wars and Mad Max?
Because
yeah.
Star Wars had a lot of practical effects,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
was
it did.
such a nice touch.
They were the 2 I was on about.
Yeah. So let's go to best cinematography. Paul, you'll be happy to know I have not selected Roger Deakins.
Well, I'm surprised
Yeah.
because you
Why
loved
haven't
him.
Because I have.
Yeah, I thought only... It's the way I liked Sicario as well. I only thought the first third was amazing. The second and third acts, even the cinematography, I didn't think were on par. The bit up till she gets back from Mexico, after that, it wasn't really for me.
Which bit's that?
The rest of the film.
After the hotel, when she's in the hotel and he comes to visit her.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And
Oh,
they're,
no,
at
'cause
the,
that
they're
was
at the
the very end,
bar,
wasn't it?
and then they go on the mission at the end. Yeah, none of it.
After the bridge then?
They were on the highway in Mexico.
Yeah, the
Okay,
border,
so
the
when
border
they-
crossing.
Yeah, the
the
border
bridge-
crossing.
right,
After
okay.
that, I just felt there was very little tension.
What about the tunnel?
No, I didn't
No, the
feel
tunnel
anything
was
in
shit.
that.
You on about when they were going into Mexico?
In
No,
the,
no, 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 no. That right at the end when it was on night vision.
That was bollocks.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No.
In your opinion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's all I've done. I'm pretty sure I said that at the beginning.
I've picked Revenant to win Best Cinematography for Emmanuel Lubezki's third in a row, I believe.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I nearly did, but I preferred Sicario.
I picked Fury Road.
I picked Hateful Eight for what I wanted to win. I was split between that and Fury
I
Road.
picked for The Revenant, which I think will win.
Yeah.
Sicario for me personally.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so we've picked the same one for... both picked Revenant as what we think's going to win.
Yeah.
I think that will win as well.
Oh, sorry, we should have said the other nominees. Carol, Hateful Eight, Mad Max, The Revenant and Sicario. So the only one we haven't talked about is Carol, and I wonder why.
Because you don't like it.
There's no need for it to be nominated for Best Cinematography. Even if you overblow the actresses in it, which they have, they've overblown... Any film that came out last year has better cinematography than Carol.
Macbeth. Macbeth should have been in
Macbeth has been hugely snubbed. That would have been my choice because that was the most beautiful looking thing I've ever seen. One would almost believe that it was Roger Deakins behind the lens.
One would.
Fuck off about Roger Deakins! So, best original score then.
Moving swiftly
We
on.
have got Bridge of Spies, Carol, The Hateful Eight,
I can't believe it. Carol.
Sicario, and Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Okay, so you know when you're watching procedural crime drama on ITV?
Crime Watch.
No.
No, crime drama. Crime Watch isn't a drama.
It is dramatic though.
Yeah, but it's not a fucking drama, is it? It's like a reality show.
But it's if you're one of the criminals.
I'm not thinking...
Are you thinking like Morse?
like Morse. Think of the music in Morse.
Right.
It's there.
It is.
and it more or less complements what's happening on screen, but you're not going to be humming it.
What are we talking about?
Ironically, I found this really hard. It's like, I can't remember any of them, apart from Hateful Eight.
Yeah. Hateful Eight and Star Wars.
Yeah, they're the only two that are memorable.
Sicario, I do remember. Which is
I picked Sicario.
Yes.
All right.
So wait, no, your choice.
I can't remember it, but you picked
my
it.
choice. I can't remember it.
I picked Hateful Eight for both.
See, I didn't pick Hateful Eight because I've heard a rumour that this is all music that Morricone just had sitting around.
Oh, right.
So I didn't class it as an original score.
Well, it was original. It was original at one
Yeah,
point.
but he didn't write it for this film.
So?
He's just used music that he already had.
It was
and
still
rehashed
original.
it.
I should say I still haven't seen The Hateful Eight.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I refuse to pay for it while I have a Cineworld card.
Well,
What a drama that was, Cineworld.
yeah, thanks, Cineworld. Where's our pizza?
No.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway,
So,
two,
Simon, Alex, what did you go for?
what did I go for? I went for Sicario. That's my choice.
So did I.
I think
Remember it.
Star Wars might actually win.
Do you?
I do.
Right, so I've put Hateful Eight for both. I didn't pick Star Wars because I didn't think it would win. I'd fucking love it if it won. Riz's theme is the best Star Wars theme since the Star Wars theme.
I think it's just out of those. I think it is one of the most sort of memorable ones.
Okay.
But is it memorable because it's Star Wars, though?
Quite possibly. But Sicario was probably the better out of those. What should have been in there, the score on It Follows.
It should have been.
By Disaster Piece. And even if you hate the film, that was an incredible score.
Actually bought the Ex Machina score.
That's
which is stunning.
I could knock off
the top three.
No, I love the score from Hateful Eight.
Okay, well,
that was a good score, to be honest.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say.
I would knock off the top two, easy.
It's typical spaghetti
And
western.
can I just ask you a question, Alex? Jumping back to cinematography, do you not think that It Follows would be fitting in there as well? Because I didn't like.
Carol.
Yeah,
And
I
probably
didn't.
other Mad Max, because Mad Max wasn't particularly special. They shot the stunts and stuff well, but
Yeah, but since that's all it is, maybe that's why I put it in there.
Cinematography, I put Macbeth over It Follows. So.
Yeah, that is true as well. But It Follows. I came away not enjoying the film, but I did say that the actress was really good,
If you can,
the score was really good,
Yeah.
and the cinematography was really good.
yes, and the staff and the script was pretty good as well, apart from the ending.
Yeah,
But it's one of those films that even if you don't like the film, you have to appreciate.
I
what
do.
went into
I
it.
absolutely
you have
do.
to appreciate the elements.
Yes.
Apart from the bit where, for some reason, it just decided to brush her hair while they were sat at the beach.
Minor oversight.
No,
Mine-
I
mine
absolutely
oversight, it had
see
that
the
perfect
quality in there.
opportunity to kill her, and just played with her hair instead.
Yes.
That broke that film for me. Plus, it's too much like a snail.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching the whole film and thinking, that's the fucking snail. Right, so we'll go to Best Supporting Actor. Now, we've got Christian Bale for The Big Short, Tom Hardy for The Revenant, Mark Ruffalo Spotlight, Mark Rylance Bridge of Spies, and Sylvester Stallone Creed. Snub, Steve Carell,
Yes.
Big Short.
Yeah.
Deserves that
Oh
spot.
yeah, he was great. In
He
that.
was amazing.
He deserves it over Christian Bale.
He deserves it over Christian Bale.
Nothing against Christopher Bale, but he's like his part was tiny. He had very little to do.
His part was tiny, and I think anyone could have really done it.
Yeah.
It was one of those extreme characters that I don't know. Maybe if anyone else had done it, it would seem silly, and with Christian Bale, it didn't seem silly. But
The only way I can see that he got it is he carved out his own eye and gave himself a glass eye to get really into the role.
he might have done.
Knowing Christian Bale, that's a possibility.
But I've picked Mark Rylance from Bridge of Spies as my choice, but I would have picked Steve Carell had he been on the list.
I picked Mark
I
Rylance.
nearly picked Mark Rylance. I went for Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I can see
He
Tom
was-
Hardy.
He was the best thing in The Revenant.
Yeah,
He was
definitely
one
the
of
best
the
thing
best
in the room.
villains I've seen this year.
Yeah,
He kind of agreed with everything he wanted to do, but I still felt he was a massive knob.
yeah, and that's a good villain.
And so the fact he can make you hate him, even though you agree with everything he's doing,
Yeah.
that's some acting chops right there.
Um,
Who went for the actual winner?
I put Sylvester Stallone. I think
Really?
Yeah, listen, no, he was really good. He wasn't Oscar worthy.
No.
I don't think he's Oscar worthy nominee.
But do you think they'll give it because they're worried about the backlash that, like,
No, that's how I think they'll
not
give
the
it.
blacklash?
I almost think that might count against
Hashtag
him
blacklash.
because they don't want to give an award to the only white person in the film. I think that's counting
Okay.
against him. I think they're going to do it because Stallone has been part of Hollywood for since the 70s.
And this is like last chance.
And this really, he's not going to do anything better than this again. So this is almost, every now and again they do this. It's almost like a Lifetime Achievement Award where they lower the
then
bar.
why not introduce a Lifetime
They do
Achievement
have one,
Award?
but then
fuck it then. Why give him the award?
Look, I'm just predicting what they're doing.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
Do you know what? This is a sham. It's a bunch of 50-year-old
Yeah, we
white
don't-
men in it. No, I actually read an interesting article with Stephen Furst,
Yeah.
who was an actor in Babylon 5, who's part of the panel, and he said he's being made to feel like he wanted to nominate certain films that never got to the end.
Yeah.
So it's unfair to say that it's just a bunch of 50-year-old white men who don't know what they're doing. He said they should make a way so that you have to watch every film.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Because basically they get sent a disc and then they can just go, meh. He said if they streamed it individually to each person and you would see if they'd watched it or not, then they were entitled to vote. I thought that was quite a fair answer.
No, I think they absolutely should, because a lot of the Academy didn't watch 12 Years a Slave. They admitted to it and it won. It shouldn't happen.
Sorry, sidetracked.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's one of the few interesting things that I've read.
So we've
about
all
the
done
whole-
who we want to win.
Yeah, Mark Rylance.
Mark Rylance, Tom Hardy. Who do you want to win?
That's who I want to
No,
win.
sorry. Who do you think will win?
I haven't done that.
Paul hasn't done that. What have you done?
I've gone for Mark Ruffalo.
I can see it, because it's Spotlight's getting all the buzz, but I just didn't think he did anything especially special.
No, that one scene where he flips out.
It was really
Michael
good.
Keaton.
It was really good.
So I haven't seen
incredible.
Spotlight, which is why I didn't.
What were you doing? Were you ill?
I was ill.
Alright.
We should have been ill.
I missed loads from being ill.
We should have been ill.
Oh, I can't.
See, I was ill for Lazer Team, and I went.
Yeah. You weren't ill when we went.
I was pretty well.
He threw up on a train. He was ill.
No, that was on the way home.
I was, yeah, but I could have been sick earlier if I'd known I was going to be sick on the train. I would have vomited before the film started.
The train home is part of the journey.
Yeah, but that didn't ruin the film for him.
It's not in Lord of the Rings. Just didn't show it. It's a long way to Mordor. No one ever says it's a long way to Mordor and back, do they?
Well, they fly the eagles back. So.
It's not.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Are the eagles not part of the journey? I'm going to have to boost Alex's audio on that bit.
Just know there was a subtle. Yeah. Right. So, next category, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, ready? Best supporting actress.
Go on then.
Or best
Right now.
supporting actor.
Actor
female.
of the female gender.
Unfortunately not.
No.
Yeah,
only
the
reading what
Academy
the
aren't
notes,
as forward
I'm reading what the
thinking as
notes say. So, number one, Jennifer Jason Leigh from The Hateful Eight.
You've got a boy's middle name.
Yeah, that's true. Rooney
Either that
Mara.
or Jason Lee is a double-barreled surname.
It's
Could
not
be.
there. It's not a hyphen. The notes don't lie. Rooney Mara in Carol. Rachel McAdams, Spotlight. Alicia Vikander, The Danish Girl. Or Kate Winslet in Steve Jobs.
I quite like that Kate Winslet got nominated. She was pretty good,
Okay.
but a largely forgettable performance.
Which
Right.
is not what you want from a best.
No, it's not, but I like it.
I made one choice, and the reason is I haven't seen Carol, I haven't seen Spotlight, I haven't seen The Danish Girl, and I haven't seen Steve Jobs.
So you picked Jennifer Jason Leigh for The Hateful Eight.
Yes.
Now, Paul, I've seen every film on that list, and
So
I
have I.
picked Jennifer Jason Leigh for The Hateful
Okay.
Eight.
I've seen every film on that list apart from The Hateful Eight. So
Oh.
I haven't picked Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Damn it.
So, I have picked. I want Alicia Vikander to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
For The Danish Girl. I think Rooney Mara will.
I think Rooney Mara will as well. That's what I'm going for. I thought Alicia Vikander was really good, but I'm almost upset that she's got a supporting actress nom for Danish Girl instead of Ex Machina, because
She was.
I thought
good
she was
in Ex
better.
Machina.
I thought
She
she
was
was
the
better in Ex Machina.
yeah, she was
But-
the best part of the Danish Girl. She was better than Mr. Redmayne.
If she was nominated for Ex Machina, would it have to be in the Best Actress category?
I don't think so. I mean, they play. I don't think there's any set rules because they seem to do whatever the fuck they want
Well,
with this.
that is also true. But she was more of a lead in that.
She was more of a lead, certainly, but I reckon she got more screen time in Danish Girl.
Yes. Yeah, she probably did.
But yeah, Rooney Mara's. I think she must have that in the bag. Rachel McAdams. There's nothing special about that performance, really,
it's
wasn't
not.
I don't know.
The same with Kate Winslet.
it? Yeah, that's sorry, Paul.
I'm glad you looked at me, though. It
I
made me
think-
feel like part of this discussion.
I think Kate Winslet was something special. I just forgot it was something special, which is slightly better, but still not deserving, maybe.
I just think the whole thing with Spotlight is it centres around a team of 4 people, but only 2 of them actually stand out, and that's Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, because the other person.
They just overshadow the other 2.
Yeah.
The 4th one in that team, whose name I can't even remember.
Yeah, I was going to nominate him as best newcomer, but he's been in loads of shit that no one's ever heard of.
He's been lots of TV and stuff as well.
Yeah. Right.
Shocking.
Well then.
Oh, that side.
Should we do best actor then?
Best actor.
Because again, I've seen every one. I've seen most of these.
I've seen them all, apart from Hateful Eight.
So far, every film we've discussed, I have seen.
I know there will be one later on.
I haven't seen 45 Years for Best Actress. That's the only one I haven't seen on this list.
Yep,
Anyway,
And Hateful Eight.
best actor.
Sorry, Best Actor.
We paid to see the Hateful Eight.
I did.
Because Cineworld are dicks.
But then Charlotte took me for free.
Oh.
So I really paid only half.
Twice.
Yeah. Right, best actor: Bryan Cranston, Trumbo; Matt Damon, The Martian; Leonardo DiCaprio, The Revenant; Michael Fassbender, Steve Jobs; Eddie Redmayne, The Danish Girl. I think Matt Damon is thoroughly undeserving of an Oscar nomination.
I kind of want him to win. I've got him down as my pick. I want to win. I actually think the best actor category is quite weak.
It
is.
I haven't actually picked one.
I know that we run on an annual system for our awards, but
Yeah.
our awards, our picks are so much stronger than anything here.
Well, I mean, we had Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp's been snubbed.
Who else? I mean, I had Tom Hardy in mind for
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah.
I thought was incredible. I can't remember who else I had on my list now.
I didn't think Legend was a fantastic film, but Tom Hardy should have deserved a nomination over Eddie Redmayne. I reckon over Matt Damon. As much as I'd like him to win for a sci-fi, his performance was... It's because it wasn't a drama. That's what's not doing it for me. I always think it's easier to do a light-hearted role.
Okay.
So my
There
pick
was some
is...
quite serious bits in it, though.
There was.
The bit when his door blows out and he's trying to count his potatoes, knowing he can die at any second, was good.
It was good.
It wasn't Oscar good though.
Do you know what wasn't Oscar good? Now I've seen every other performance. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I think he's actually my pick to win this
He
year.
will probably.
He will win, and that's who I've picked. But
in that film.
But you really liked Bryan Cranston.
I fucking love Bryan
I
Cranston
love
and
Bryan
Trumbo.
Cranston, yeah. It was between him and Matt Damon as my want to pick. I want to win.
But on my list, Leonardo DiCaprio, I wouldn't have even nominated him based on what I've seen now. Because I know I've said Steve Carell snubbed for Best Supporting Actor, but he had so much screen time, you could argue Best Actor.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with an ensemble list.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
It's hard.
Johnny Depp's been snubbed.
Another one I think, I don't know what the rules
Tom
are.
Hardy.
No, Jacob Tremblay.
Jacob Tremblay for Room. Yeah? No, he's absolutely been snubbed.
But I don't know if he's too young.
There's no such thing as that.
Is there not?
No, because what's her face? Lupita Nyong'o when she was 9 or something, wasn't she?
Why are you asking me?
Well, he's 9 as well.
I don't even know whose name you just said.
She's in Star Wars. You should know. We're going to see it again on Sunday.
Oh yeah, good point.
But the whole thing with that was Room completely hinged on that kid.
It did.
A great performance.
You're absolutely correct.
And at such a young age, basically carry a film like he did. I think he would deserve to get in that.
When the nominations first came out,
I think
I
I'm
know
surprised
there was
that he didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
To be honest.
there was a lot of outcry about
Some would call it a snub.
what would you call
Yeah, that's a
diversity.
good term actually.
But I thought that it's pretty much what I would have picked. But looking at the best actor list, it's not what I'd have picked at all. Best actress is close to what I'd have picked. In fact, no, it's not. It's absolutely not. That's a
Did
lie.
we all talk about who we think will win it? Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah,
didn't we?
Leonardo
We think
DiCaprio.
Leo will win it.
I think Leo will.
I want Matt Damon to win there.
Bryan
I
Cranston.
can't decide who I want. To
I
win.
do want Bryan Cranston to win it as well. More so Matt Damon.
Bryan Cranston just kept annoying me when he kept doing this weird thing with his mouth. Like he was adjusting false teeth.
No, that might be what the character
Yeah,
did.
maybe that's
It
what
might be,
we're
but I
supposed
don't know that.
to do. And he made smoking look cool again.
He did make something real cool. It made me want to be a screenwriter in the 50s, even though it sounded fucking awful.
Do you know what it was?
No, being a communist in the
Yeah.
50s was awful.
Like they're talking about the fact that one of them's dying of lung cancer while they're both smoking.
Yeah. And not once did he mention it.
smoke.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not
That
talking
character.
about.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about whatever you want.
yeah.
As long as it's on the list, we can talk about films as much as you want to
Alright.
talk about.
Yeah.
The character that you're referencing in Trumbo there, apparently he didn't exist. It was an
Alright.
amalgamation of loads of characters.
Okay.
But they already had too many characters that they had to cover. They couldn't cover all of the ones that Trumbo knew that then died.
Right.
So he's like an amalgamation.
Okay.
And he's a symbol for every one of his friends that died.
Nice.
Yeah.
It has made me. I finished my book on McCarthy.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know it was a really good read. It's very short though. It's only 100 odd pages.
Oh right.
But it did cover the Hollywood blacklist quite a bit.
Yeah.
So now I just want to read a book on the Hollywood blacklist, I think.
Yeah, a bit more specific.
Yeah.
I want to read more about the King Movie Studio. Because them guys just looked fun.
Yeah. I do want to watch the film about the guy in the gorilla suit. Or the alien that fucks.
I was literally waiting for them to announce King Kong as one of the films. Even
Well,
though I knew
that's
it
what
would
I
come
thought
out
it was
years
gonna be.
before
Yeah.
that.
When it said, like,
Kong
we've got a gorilla
Studios
suit.
and we've got a gorilla suit, just putting them together.
Did the stat that I came up with was John Goodman in Academy Award winning films. Have I told you this?
No.
So his film won in 2011, The Artist.
Okay.
It won in 2012, Argo, and it's been nominated this year, 2016, for Trumbo.
Okay. John Goodman.
John Goodman playing a specific role.
Oscar winning film, not best film Oscar winning film.
Okay, right.
Even though those two are best Oscar winning films.
She's been in more than that for...
No, but listen.
Listen.
In those 3 films that have won Oscars,
Yes.
this will probably win an Oscar. Well, maybe. He played the head of a struggling movie studio.
Which is... Oh, is it...
I love shit like that.
Yeah,
What's the one where it's Rachel McAdams plays 3 people time travelling or something like that?
Oh yeah, there is a Rachel McAdams one.
I can't remember what it is exactly, but something Rachel McAdams marries a time traveller and does all
She's
this
in
stuff.
Time Traveller's Wife. Is she in
She's in Midnight from Paris.
Midnight from Paris? And
Midnight
she's
in Paris,
in About Time.
Yeah, well basically
She's in 3 rom-coms that involve the male time travelling around her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And now she's in Spotlight, which is about paedophile priests.
good link.
Yeah.
They're pretty much the same thing, to be honest.
Right. I think the best actress category, it's just dull, is what it is. It probably might be a good reflection, but it's still boring. Because Kate Blanchett was shit. I've heard Jennifer Lawrence wasn't that good.
She was Jennifer Lawrence. She was good, but she
Alright.
wasn't. She was very good actually, but
The other nominees, Brie Larson, Charlotte Rampling, which is the only film that I haven't seen on the
I
list.
don't forget either of us have seen it.
No. I don't even know what the film is. I've not even heard of it.
It's
I've
got
heard of every
45
other film.
years. And in it, Charlotte Rampling plays Kate Mercer.
I see.
Oh, and Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse.
Depends on who you ask.
She shall.
Her.
She says Saoirse.
Yeah.
She shall.
She
was in
says
Brooklyn.
Saoirse
She shall.
on
She
Sea
shall.
Shore.
But she.
Now, am I the only one who's seen Brooklyn?
I
You've
haven't.
seen
I
it?
downloaded it. Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. 'Cause I didn't watch
Sorry?
it. What?
Were you just promoting illegally
He
downloading
wasn't
films?
promoting it. He was saying it.
I actually got it off. Can we cut?
Saoirse Ronan. So what do you think?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah?
I think it's one of those that's very well acted, but the actual substance of the film, there wasn't that much.
No.
But it was a bit like Trumbo. I felt the same about that as I felt about Trumbo.
Alright, I can see that.
Like, it was a good film, but I think it lacked weight in a lot of places.
Yeah. I can see the argument for Trumbo with that. I can definitely see the argument for Brooklyn. It lacked depth in a lot of places, because there'd be a scene when she was upset and then something good would happen, and then the same scene would happen but she'd be happy now.
Okay.
And I didn't know what she was going to do at the end, but I kind of didn't care because I thought she was going to be happy either way. Until the island bit got a bit further down the line. So she was alright, but again,
Shame I missed it.
Yeah. It should point out, actually. Is it
Go on.
Domhnall Gleeson?
Yeah.
Domhnall Gleeson, he's
What?
had a cracking year.
Obviously, what a year
He
he's
has
had.
had a very good year.
Brooklyn, Revenant, Ex Machina,
Star
Wars. I'm sure there's more.
I think there is more.
Right,
I picked Brie Larson.
I
for
picked
both.
Brie Larson as well.
What, to win or want to win?
Both,
I want
for
her
both.
to win.
I picked her as want to win.
Okay.
I think she Ronan will win.
Do you?
Yes, I think she will.
Okay.
You know, I can see it.
Right, before we move on, this is on Facebook. Andy Lau from the Rooster Teeth group
Indeed.
has posted a picture of his cinema where he's sitting waiting for Deadpool.
Oh my god, that's cool.
Are the curtains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So they've made the curtains look like a Deadpool mask, which I think is fucking amazing.
Through the magic of podcasts
And pizza.
it's now after pizza, and you didn't even notice. Probably.
That's
We
because
know.
we ate really quickly.
Yeah.
We are relying on your editing skills.
Well, I'll do my best. I hope it's better than my pizza
Ordering
collection
delivery
skills.
We've also missed the fire alarm.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, we had a fire alarm,
There's a lot
which we all
happened.
ignored.
Yeah.
We just sat here and sort of watched YouTube videos.
I might put the countdown music in just to show that some time has passed, actually. Because it's a different world we live in now.
That countdown music.
Yeah.
You know that sort of piano music that they do?
Dun,
Like a
dun,
plinky
dun,
plinky
dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
You were both doing completely different songs.
Alex was doing what I was doing, he was just doing it wrong.
Yeah, you see, and then it says sometime later, and then da-da, we're here.
Could we? No, I want a like in 1960s Batman.
Yeah, okay. I'll try and get that.
Yeah.
Get the screen to spin.
I mean,
as
never say
well.
the last time I tried to do something like that, a T-Rex roared while we were in the middle of talking. And I didn't have time to go and fix it.
Damn that T-Rex.
I can't wait to just listen through the podcast from episode 1, which I'll never do, but find the one where there's, I guess it's the Jurassic World one.
Yeah, probably.
Because it was introing our...
Where we had our one and only guest person.
Who's never coming back.
But yeah, I'm sure that the dinosaur, there's a gap of 10 seconds where I had the dinosaurs roaring, and then everything got shifted down. So
The dinosaurs didn't.
Yeah, no, the dinosaurs was the only thing that got moved down. So there's just a 10-second gap, and then there's he roars over Martin speaking.
To be honest, that's what I heard anyway.
Yeah.
It's like Charlie
Right.
Brown's teacher.
4 categories left.
4 categories?
4 categories.
Fork.
2 screenplays,
Can't
1
believe I've lost
director,
it already.
1 film.
So, do you want to kick us off, Alex? Because I've lost the thing.
Right. Original or adapted screenplay?
Let's go original.
Original. We have Bridge of Spies, Ex Machina, Inside Out, Spotlight, and Straight Out of Compton. Straight Outta Compton.
Ex Machina.
To win or to want to win?
Want to win.
Inside Out to want to win for me.
I think Inside Out's got some balance issues that means I can't pick it. It's not Straight Outta Compton because the pacing was all off.
And it was also a true story, so it's not really a original
We had
screenplay.
this discussion.
Yeah, we've already
didn't
done
we?
this.
I know no one's made a
this.
screenplay out of it before, blah 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 blah. It's cheating.
Yeah, it's annoying, is what it is.
It's annoying.
You could
it's
say
true.
that about Bridge of Spies.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah,
original.
that's a good film.
But it's an actual thing that happened.
Yeah. So Spotlight.
So,
This for me, it's just I don't think they give a fuck.
no, they just put things where they want.
No,
Yeah.
it's, the fact is no one's written a screenplay about it before. It's just a real life event.
Yeah, but no one's written a screenplay about Spotlight before.
And that's in Best Original Screenplay.
Yes.
But I'm sure there's something in Best Adapted Screenplay.
There's.
That's...
They're all books.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you now, they're all books.
Okay.
All right. There
No,
wasn't
no.
last year though.
None of these are
that's where-
books.
Big Short. That actually happened.
Yes, but someone wrote a book about it.
But the-
I reckon someone's written a book about Bridge of Spies.
yeah.
But is the script?
I reckon someone's written a book about Spotlight.
Is the script based on that book?
I
But the
don't
book's
know.
based on the event. Why? What's the distinction?
I don't know. I don't know what point I'm arguing.
I just.
So, what's your pick, Simon? Best Original Screenplay
So
is
want
not
to win.
adapted,
Read them out again.
but maybe from a true
Again?
story.
Bridge of Spies, Ex Machina, Inside Out, Spotlight, and Straight Outta Compton. This is not because we've had to add them in at the last minute during a pizza break.
What do I want to win? Ex Machina.
Okay.
What do
Do
you
I
do you
think?
think's
think will
gonna win?
Spotlight.
Maybe.
I think Spotlight.
I think Straight Outta Compton will win.
No, they're black.
That's why it will win.
But have they not already done the vote?
What, do they do the vote when they announce the nominations? They already know who's going to win.
I don't know.
They'll have fixed it. Straight Outta Compton's going to win. Just so they can say, look, something black won.
Yeah, stop moaning.
I bet it was written by a white guy though.
No.
Fiverr says.
Probably was.
Fiverr says that it was written by a white
It was
guy.
Paul Giamatti.
He wrote it. He
Yeah.
gave himself a dickhead role.
Of course he did.
And then moaned about it afterwards.
Probably. Right, we're done with that.
I think so. We've decided, haven't we?
Inside Out, I wouldn't be surprised if it snuck in there because it was a very original script.
I want it to win. I loved
Yeah.
the idea behind it. I thought it was a great film as well.
Yeah, it was a great film. It
I
was...
think it might win Best Animated
Should
Film.
we do a best animated?
Well, you don't have the list of films there, do you?
We don't need it. We've got Inside Out on it.
Yeah, Inside Out's on the list. The only other film that I know that's on the list is Shaun the Sheep, and
Yep.
yeah, I think Pixar's got it in the bag this year.
So I want Inside Out to win, and I think Inside Out will win.
I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Excellent.
Is that the only one we've all agreed on?
Yeah, so far I think.
That's
good.
But that's because it's
That's because it's the only category
Someone
we've
else
got written down.
can read out.
I'll do the next one.
It's the ones on the right hand side.
And this is best adapted
Yes,
screenplay.
ones that are actually from a book.
Okay, so we have Big Short, which is circled for some reason.
Spoil it.
Oh, sorry. Ignore that. Brooklyn, Carol, The Martian, and Room. Now, I have only read one of those, which was Martian,
None of them.
and its translation to film was very good. So I pick The Martian.
I've read none of them, but I think Big Short is what I want to win, and I think it will win as well. I'm going to go
I
for
think
Big
it
Short
will
for
win,
both.
which is why it's circled. But I want Room to win because
Okay.
I've heard that the film is actually better than the book.
Yeah, that's what Philip has said.
That's what Em said.
Okay.
I was going to make a point. Can I just have a quick look at the things there to decide why?
Yes.
To decide why what I was going to say. Yeah, wouldn't you be annoyed, right? So, Big Short and Spotlight came out at similar times. They're getting similar amounts of buzz. Spotlight a bit more, okay? Both based on real events.
Yep.
There's obviously a book about what happened in Spotlight. There has to be one.
Yeah. See, I now see what Alex's point is. The
Yes,
screenplay is based on the actual book.
Yes.
So someone has taken the
book.
book, The Big Short, and made a film of that book.
Yeah.
A screenplay from that book, not on the things that happened at that time, which would make it an original screenplay, but they've written their screenplay based on that book.
Followed the book, which someone else has already wrote, and they've adapted it from.
So the Trumbo was based on a book.
Yeah.
So that would be an adapted screenplay.
I know, I get what he's saying. I just think that the distinction is stupid. Because it's not like the book was an original book.
It was at some point.
Well, yeah.
No, it was. If I don't think if it's based on, it's almost like if it's a non-fiction book, I don't think it should be counted as a novel because that's what everything else is on the list. But no, what my point was going to be, I wasn't going to start the argument again.
Okay.
There's definitely someone must have written a book about Spotlight,
Yeah.
but they didn't adapt the book,
No.
and I would be annoyed about that if
If you'd written that book.
Yeah.
Depends how good your book is or how famous it is.
And there's probably lots of books, but then there'll be lots of books based on what things were in The Big Short.
That's true.
To be honest,
But imagine just looking across like the aisle at the guy who wrote The Big Short. He's laughing it in from the royalties and things, and then you're sitting there going, "Yeah."
And I wrote this film
yeah.
about fiddly priests.
Yeah.
And,
everything's based on something, though, isn't it? There's very few original ideas.
well, how can they have an original screenplay category then?
Ex Machina was original.
That's what original ideas.
Inside Out was
There
original.
are original ideas.
Yeah, but they've taken them from true events.
What, Ex Machina?
Not from the rest of them in the category. Ex Machina, Inside Out are, unique ideas.
Right.
I mean, even Ex Machina's probably been done before in some sort of context.
Metropolis.
Nice throwback to 1930s.
20s.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the next
Well, I
category?
think we're just on to the last two now. It's going to be another short podcast. You have to stick around though, everyone, because we're going to have a brief discussion about a film we all went to see recently that it hasn't been nominated, but
we want to talk about it anyway.
just teasing it now. We'll get onto that. So I'll give Alex back his sheet so he knows what he's picked.
Yeah.
I'll pick mine up. The last two categories, which is now covered in beer,
Hey!
is Best Director, then Best
This
Film,
podcast brought to you by Coors at the moment and Cronenberg in a minute.
and Papa John's.
And Papa John's.
Although it almost wasn't brought to us by Papa John's, quite literally. Right, so Best Director, we've got Adam McKay, The Big Short, George Miller for Mad Max, Alejandro Inarritu for The Revenant, Lenny Abrahamson for Room, and Tom McCarthy for Spotlight. Let me just run down some of my workings out here.
Okay.
Adam McKay has jumped off Anchorman and Anchorman 2 to direct a very well-crafted film that I think would have been quite hard to make because of all of the balancing of different storylines and the fact the characters don't interact with each other at any point.
Mm-hmm.
George Miller helmed one of the more impressive practical effects films that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Alejandro Inarritu's just done what he does best, but he won one last year. Lenny Abrahamson for Room, he got a cracking performance out of the young kid.
He did.
And Tom McCarthy directed Spotlight.
Right.
Previously Happy Feet too.
And previously
Nice.
Happy Feet too. I just, out of all them on the list, I feel that Tom McCarthy for Spotlight did the least.
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't make the film any better than it could have been.
Okay.
Whereas the other four, I think, definitely did. Or they did something impressive.
I agree.
Yeah? Thanks.
Oh, no, well done.
Spotlight was all about the story. It was paced very well, got to be honest.
Yeah, but I think that was a script thing.
Script helps.
And editing. Director just sat in the chair.
What would you put instead of Tom McCarthy then? Bridge of Spies?
That's Spielberg? A good question. I would nominate Spielberg, certainly. We had what's his face from Middlesbrough? Ridley Scott.
Martian.
We had him nominated in ours. I could see that. To be honest, Alex Garland, he wrote Ex Machina, but I thought he directed it really well as well, especially for a debut.
Yeah. No shouts for J.J. Abrams?
What did J.J. do?
Just a little film called Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, good point. I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, it was... But you see, the thing is, he did... There's two really good Star Wars films. There was one alright one, and there was 3 shit ones before this year, right? So JJ's come along and added to the great ones now. But I don't think he did anything that impressive. It's just George Lucas was so shit.
Has he brought it back from the brink of death, though?
Yeah, but I don't think that anyone would have let it fail.
I would.
Apart from George Lucas. If you take any director who's had a budget...
Who's worth their salt.
Yeah, I think that
who's technically a professional director.
Yeah. Unlike George Lucas with his massive neck. I think that Star Wars should be the easiest film to make at least entertaining. It shouldn't be too... If you've got the script right, that's fine. But you see, the problem is George Lucas wrote the scripts originally as well.
Okay.
We need to see another Star Wars film, but directed by someone else, to actually compare JJ to.
Is JJ doing the next one?
No, the guy doing the next one is the guy who did Looper.
Which I haven't seen.
No, but you love that, so you need to watch it. And the guy directing the last one is the guy that did Jurassic World.
Yeah.
He can handle the special effects budget, and that's about it.
Anyway,
yes.
Back to the nominations.
So, yeah, I've picked George Miller for both.
For both?
Yeah.
You think he'll win?
Yeah, I think he will. I think that they'll do the same thing I said for Sylvester Stallone.
It's like a last nod.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex?
I think The Revenant's going to win.
Okay.
For best director?
Yeah, I think he'll get 2 in a row.
I don't think he
Just
will.
because the stories come out of it, how hard it was to shoot and stuff, and all the things he's went into behind the scenes. I think that's going to win it a lot.
He didn't have to do that.
He didn't have to, but he did.
I would like The Big Short to win, but I think The Revenant will.
I was very tempted for The Big Short.
I was so tempted. But I was tempted between The Big Short, Fury Road, and The Revenant, and Spotlight. No, not Spotlight for this one.
And Room.
For my choice and their choice. I didn't know where it was going to fall at all. I knew that I wasn't picking Room for me or them, but other than that, it was open.
I was going to pick Room for me, because I thought it was everything in the film, like how it was shot. It was brilliant.
It would have been better if Roger Deakins had done the cinematography, though. I'm not going to be quiet until Roger Deakins gets his Oscar, even though I haven't picked him to win it this year.
You'd have John Williams doing the score as well.
No, Tom Newman. He was also nominated for Bridge of Spies.
Yes, he was.
There you go. So,
Tough
here we
category.
go.
Tough category.
The Best Picture Awards at the 88 Oscars. Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max, The Martian, Revenant, Room, and Spotlight.
Have they all been in alphabetical order?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Fuck did I do that?
How about that? Oh, yeah, they have.
Yeah, because Best Director is by film.
By film. Alphabetical.
Shitty death.
Well, how about that?
Best Supporting Actress. Surname. Fuck.
Yeah, it's by surname. And so is actor.
Yeah. So is actress.
Film is... score is by title.
Yeah.
Cinematography is by title. Yeah, they're all alphabetical. I didn't notice until the very end.
That was a little surprise for all of us.
Yeah. So, you did just read them out, didn't you?
I did.
Yes, you did.
Now, I've cheated on this. I picked 2 for me.
2 to win. Oh, you want
We
to.
have one simple rule.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't pick between them.
Well, I'll pick for you.
I needed to look on my database to see what got a higher score, but I couldn't get access. So I've picked for me Bridge of Spies and or Spotlight.
That you want to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spotlight for me.
I want The Big Short to win.
It's only because you haven't seen Spotlight, though, boy.
That's true.
I don't
Actually,
know
how
what
many-
Spotlight. We've had this discussion.
How many have you actually seen on that list?
Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Mad Max, Martian, Revenant and Room. I just haven't seen Brooklyn and Spotlight.
Okay.
Have you ever had an Oscar year where you've seen so many nominated films?
This is the first time I've seen all of them.
Yeah. And it's not like it's the first year we've been going to the cinema religiously, is it?
No. It's the third for me.
I picked Spotlight to win as well.
To win as well.
Yeah.
I went for Room.
You think Room's going to sneak an Oscar?
I think it is.
That would be awful if that happened.
Why would it?
Because it was rubbish.
It
It wasn't rubbish,
It was
but it
brilliant.
Compared to everything else,
It wasn't
though.
the best film,
I thought Brooklyn was better than Room.
and that's only because Carol wasn't on the list.
Fuck me. I am so happy that Carol's not on the list.
Really? You haven't mentioned it?
The only award that it deserves is Rooney Mara. And even then, I'm not sure it actually deserves it. But it certainly
What
doesn't
about
deserve the
costume?
rest.
Cinderella.
What? Cinderella's got to win costume because it was amazing. But if you read my review on Facebook for Carol, I did say that the best thing about the film was Rooney Mara's hat.
Yes, that's why I said costume.
Yeah. So I could see that. And to be fair, I don't know why he's not on the list. This is a snub. Kyle Chandler, the best actor of his generation, was in Carol and he wasn't nominated as Best Supporting Actor.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my god. He's
I
the
know
dad
who
in
it is.
Super 8.
Again.
Oh, everything's going back to Super 8.
Yeah, it's a good film, that's why.
Oh, we didn't record the other bit about Super 8 then. It's when we were
did
talking
we
about
not?
Fannies.
You know who directed Super 8?
That was that fat kid.
No, that's not the point. That's not the point I was going to make.
Yeah, he's the kid with the camera, and the camera hits and sees an alien.
Not the actual film, the actual film.
What do you mean?
That doesn't make sense.
Because the kids in Super 8 are making a film.
Yeah,
They
that's
are,
what I
that's
mean. You
what
asked
he
me
was
who the
talking
director is, so I
Not
told
in
you.
the film, the director of the film.
Yeah, the director of the zombie film, Super 8, is the fat kid.
The cinematic release. Fuck you, it's lost the point now.
It was J.J. Abrams who directed Star Wars, Paul.
I thought you did Star Trek.
Oh?
You've been funny now. So you had me going there, but you had Alex go more, so I'll just take comfort in that one.
I was going to try and make a gag out of it, but I just couldn't.
Oh, I'm
Can I just
sorry.
check? He did do Star Trek, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I'm so sorry that we ruined your gag. Should we
What was
record
Alex's
it again?
gag?
What?
What was your gag?
Do it then.
No, I didn't, because I was doing it slowly to try and think of it, but my mind didn't catch
Okay.
it.
Oh, you didn't even come up with one?
No, I was going to say it was something like Simon Pegg.
Well, why?
Who
I
did
don't
what?
know. Star Trek.
Why?
But you didn't talk about Star Trek, we were talking about Super 8.
I think we were talking about Star Wars.
You said who directed Super 8?
Yeah, and he started talking
Did
about...
Spielberg not have anything to do with Super 8?
Yeah, he was producer.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
It was like a collaboration thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it looks like
It's a
Spielberg
very Spielbergy film.
came all
Yes.
over the thing. And then JJ
JJ
pops his
JJ
head in the
just
glass,
put the lens
put some
flare in.
lens flare on it. Alright then, so the Oscars I believe are like on the 21st of February.
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
You will be in the Dominican Republic.
No, I won't. I'll be at home.
Oh, when are you going?
23rd.
Okay.
Alright, so...
So why are we talking about doing it via video link? when you'll be here?
Because I was being silly. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And because...
I don't think he's going to be free 2 days after his wedding
Why
before
not?
he
Em
goes
will
to
be
the
sick of
Caribbean.
it by then.
She's sick of me now, but she's not still married. I'm not going to be free on the 21st. The day after.
Why?
Because I've been doing things.
Actually, I'm not here.
Oh, okay.
In
You're
those
not
days.
here, yeah. My parents are down and everything, and it's gone.
So
yes.
when are you coming back?
What?
When are you coming back?
Oh, fuck knows. 10th of March?
Okay, so don't expect our Oscar podcast until sometime after the 10th of March.
Well, you could do it.
We could do it.
We
I'll-
could, but I don't want to.
We could get
You
a
could,
guest
like,
in.
We
send,
could get a guest in.
send me some questions, and I'll send the questions, and you can, like, the answers, and you can read them out.
Okay,
In a
I'll
hilarious
do
fashion.
it. What's
Can
that
we read them out
interview
in
with
your
Alex?
voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just sit at the back and just go...
No.
We get the point across.
Russell Papers.
Yeah.
You could recreate it without me, and no one
I
would
was-
even know.
I was printing these
Wait,
notes out.
let me try. No one would even know.
No. Yeah, when I was printing these notes out, this was a mistake.
Sorry, Alex's mum.
Yeah, the only person that actually listens to this. I don't think she listens all the way through either, so it's fine.
But as soon as she hears you, she turns. She
Oh,
listened,
he's in it again.
She listened to all of the Martin one.
And the dinosaur. She loved the dinosaur.
Yeah.
She told me.
Okay, do you want to talk about Lazer Team?
No.
No.
Fuck you.
Oh.
So, a little over a year ago, me and David, who you're yet to meet...
But we've talked about frequently.
Oh, yeah. We haven't talked about it in a few, though, I don't know.
No?
Yeah.
Wait, we've not talked about him in this because his ratings are complete shit.
Yeah.
No, he tends to agree with you a lot.
No,
doesn't.
David slanders films.
The only thing he's agreed with me on is
Room.
Room. You all agreed on
the
Room.
only two things he's agreed with me on It Follows and Room.
And It Follows was shit.
I agreed with you on It Follows on everything you said, and we even gave it a similar number.
Okay. But you still didn't
What
like
did
it.
we
I said it was flawed. I said it was good, but flawed, and it wasn't scary.
We were all very close on Trumbo.
Yeah,
That was quite nice.
Yeah.
It was like a 7% margin between us all. Which is probably the closest we've been for a long while.
We were very close.
Because there's normally an outlier.
Yes, there normally is at least one.
Yeah.
It's either me or David.
We were short as well.
Were we?
I think that was very close, yeah.
What was?
Big Shot.
Okay.
The film we were pretty close on was actually Lazer Team, apart from Alex, but for obvious reasons, he scored it slightly lower, but still I felt it was all within range of, legitimacy. So this was a film that I funded. It's
Not
a big...
personally.
Yeah.
Not 100% personally.
Well,
No.
no, with other people,
Yeah.
but...
I was like, I personally did it. I didn't
Well,
get
yes.
someone else to do it for me. And it's made by Rooster Teeth, who we've talked about before. It's about a year since Monty from Rooster Teeth passed away, and we did a little memorial post. I think it was episode 2 or episode 3. They're just an online content creator, and they've done a sci-fi comedy, and we got to go to the sort of London premiere.
Yep.
And,
With the guy from A Simple Walk to Mordor.
Yeah,
Which we
that
didn't
was cool.
realise, but
No,
it
well,
was nice.
I worked it
I
out.
should point out it was you two that went, not me.
Yeah, Alex
Yeah.
didn't go. Alex didn't know what this was because Alex
I've just
doesn't.
had massive deja vu.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, that's
Well, we've
crazy.
been here before.
What, where we've been to see something and he hasn't?
Yeah, and
Probably at
sat
some
here.
point. I'm sat here, I mean,
Doing
this
a
is the
podcast.
13th podcast.
Yeah, okay.
We've done this at least 12 times before.
Just think of 12 times before, and how many times has Alex not come to see a film? There must have been some crossover.
Yeah, okay.
And yet somehow I've still seen more than you.
Yeah.
Well, you go on your own. Well, no, you don't.
You
You
go
go
with
with
them.
someone else on a Sunday.
Yeah. On a Saturday.
On a Saturday. Oh, I wouldn't like parking at Freeport on a Saturday.
No, I don't either. Don't have a choice.
Anyway, Lazer Team.
Lazer Team, take a shot.
Yeah, so we knew it was always going to have lots of in-jokes, and only the people that went to see it in the cinema were huge Rooster Teeth fans as it was. Alex doesn't really know what any of it is. I mean, I've tried to educate him a bit.
I know what Rooster
recently.
Teeth is, I just don't watch it.
So yeah, I mean, I was really ill that day actually because I threw up on the train on the way home, but it was a good day nonetheless. We got to hang out with all other Rooster Teeth fans, and we watched the film together. It was good. It was what I wanted, and well, I'll tell you what it's about. It's four lovable idiots who accidentally stumble across a suit of ancient alien power armor, and they have to save the planet against an alien incursion. You don't really know what form it's going to take until the end of the film.
The suit is meant for Earth's mightiest hero.
Yeah.
As one giant piece.
And these four idiots find it before the hero gets to it.
in here.
Oh my god.
How did that get in here?
Maybe he brought it in.
Paul's found his pizza cutter. Yeah, did you bring it in here once?
Either that or someone's stolen it out of your kitchen
I know, cheeky shits.
and put it in a different drawer.
So anyway, they end up wearing the suits.
Yeah, sorry.
One person gets the boots, one person gets the laser gun.
One person gets a shield, one person gets a helmet.
Yeah. And then they have to save the planet, except because they're idiots, they don't really want to. And because they can't. So, I mean, me and Paul could just banter about it probably for the next hour or something about the funny bits.
But we're professionals, and I'd like to hear Alex's opinion.
Because Alex's opinion is more genuine, because there's plenty of times when it just cuts away and flashes someone's face in the crowd, and we appreciate that as a joke.
Which I just didn't know why they were doing it.
Yeah.
It's just, okay. Didn't really get that. They're just people's faces, random quotes that make no sense. And it doesn't really work if you're not a fan of the film.
What, at all?
It obviously works on some level. You know, it's watchable. I didn't want to turn it off at any point. I had a good laugh because there's still plenty of jokes in it that, you know, anyone would find funny, or most people would find funny.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of in-jokes in there that I didn't even realise they were trying to be jokes. I thought it was just part of the film.
Okay.
I didn't even realise it was supposed to be funny. So yeah.
Fair enough.
I think more damaging is the times when there is a couple of cringeworthy jokes in it where they're trying to be funny to everyone and it just falls flat. And I think the biggest moment, even when I watched it again last night, is when Bernie's driving the police car and he keeps slamming the brakes on.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one he's slamming his
Yeah,
head?
he's like, man, I really need to get these brakes checked and things like that. And he's like, it was supposed to be a comedy line and it just fell flat to me.
That's funnier than a lot of the other bits.
Not the actual jokes though. You're on about in jokes, aren't you?
I don't know if they're in jokes or not.
Well, like what? Give us an example.
I don't know. I don't know if it was an in joke or not.
Well, yeah, tell us what it was.
I don't know. I can't remember.
All right.
Remember that bits in the news? You said it before, like when they're showing the newsreel of what's happening.
Oh,
And
the
like,
guy who's reading the news is
Is
Ed
it-
Robertson from Bare Naked Ladies and things like that.
there's about 5 different newsreaders and
Yeah.
things like that, and they read it in different ways. I'm sure they were supposed to be jokes at some point, but
But yeah, you're supposed to recognise. Well, we recognise all of them.
it
Yeah.
just looked like people reading.
Except
the
One
news.
was I Justine.
One was I Justine.
One was John Reisinger.
One was John Reisinger. One was Ed. And one was the guy who wrote it. I can't remember his name. Big beard. He wrote 10 Little Roosters.
No.
Brian Blessed.
He looks like young Brian Blessed. I was thoroughly happy with it from what I wanted though,
Yeah.
and I'm going to show it to the missus when I go home next, see what she thinks. We're going to have a couple more external viewpoints about it, but it came out as, I know that me, you, and David
We
rated it.
might have skewed the.
Yeah, we
figures
skewed it
slightly.
up.
But it was still very good for an indie film.
Yeah, Alex, you gave it 69%, I believe, which I think is really good for an indie film of that, especially for a sci-fi. Because I felt there was only one time when the effects look bad, and that was when the spaceship crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when they were in the stadium and it just changed to a green screen, you could tell when it changed from being in a stadium to green screen, but it didn't look bad. It just, you could tell the difference.
But then some of the effects, I mean, like the fight in the college when they were in the corridor.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the actual effects and things were really good considering the budget that they had.
I thought the practical effects in particular were excellent, especially like explosions and things. They managed to get them looking better than in some big budget films.
Oh, and because I'm listening to old podcasts, Bernie at the moment has been talking about his drone that he got for Lazer Team. So I think that was actually them flying the drone for that opening shot.
Right. Because that was one of the more impressive shots of the film, I thought, when it pans from him sitting outside the stadium into the game. It just went straight up and over. And you never see shots like that on that sort of scale.
No.
Not from an indie film.
No. Because they must have gone to a high scale and they must have filled it with thousands of extras.
Probably. That's probably not hard for them to do, though.
No. Just put out a fan call.
Yeah.
Considering you would have been there if it was in the UK.
Oh, definitely. Because the other thing I thought was there's when there's a training montage at the beginning of Adam training to become Earth's mightiest champion, and then it turns out it's a virtual reality simulation. That was all done on Main Street, Austin.
Yeah.
So they shut down the whole street to do the film.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I've recognised it because it's not the first time they've done it because they did it for Day 5, which hasn't come out yet as well.
Did you watch the trailers?
Yes,
Did you like the look of Day 5?
I did.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a 5-part online
It's
show.
1 hour long.
Well, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh. That's really weird. Because it was originally going to be a short movie, and they said it was going to be around 45 minutes. So they said what they've done is they've retooled it so they can do a longer series. They've not really made it any longer.
1 hour, apparently.
That's a bit of a shame. Cool. So, I mean, I would recommend it for a watch because it's just impressive. And if you read the article, that's hopefully going on the website soon, when we get the website going, you can hear all about how they made it and stuff. It was pretty interesting. And yeah, they threw up on a train.
You did.
Yeah.
I threw
Violently.
up violently, impressively on train.
You looked like death.
Thanks.
And then I caught your death.
Yeah.
And had a minor death.
Yeah. I had a more focused death. Yours seemed
Mine
more,
was long and drawn out.
Yeah.
Yours was more intense.
Yeah, that's the word. Intense.
Yeah.
Not acute.
Yes. Mine was over in pretty much a day.
Mine was chronic.
No.
Yes, you had a chronic
Yeah.
illness.
It was awful.
Let's use professional terms.
Yes.
So what we see next then? We've got me and Paul
Deadpool!
we're seeing Deadpool on Sunday, but we're also seeing Star Wars again.
I've seen Deadpool. I'm also seeing Zoolander 2 at the weekend.
Alright, let me know how that is. I'm sure you will, since we run a sort of
Since we
Review
talked to
thing.
each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Oh,
yeah,
Monday.
PP&Z. Yeah.
PPZ.
Do we have something else booked for next week? Oh, we've said we're going to your house to watch Green Inferno.
Yes.
What day is that? Wednesday?
I don't know. Yeah, Wednesday.
Are we going to see Dad's Army?
We will. I'm sure we will.
Because I don't. That's getting slated, so I don't know how long that'll be on for.
Oh, is it really I thought it was getting better reviews.
No, it's like 30%.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Oh well.
Maybe it's one of those things you've got to be a fan of the TV series. And people have got...
They're all dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, there can't be that many people who are fans of the TV series. Well, I suppose,
Maybe that's why it's
because I remember
slated
the
then.
TV series, so...
You remember it though, but were you a fan? Was that when it was on originally as well?
No, it wouldn't be when it was on originally, no.
Because I don't think anyone who watched the reruns think it's funny.
Okay.
But that's why I was hoping for better things from this, because I thought they'd,
Reboot it.
like a 21 Jump Street style thing.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Never mind.
We'll make our mind up once we've seen it.
Yeah, we'll decide for ourselves. That's what we do.
I know, but we might not see it.
Oh, true.
And then we'll just have to go with the zeitgeist. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm looking at the laptop to record louder.
Record louder!
I'm going to have to boost your audio from when you were over there, because you were quite funny.
Was that? I don't remember saying anything.
Yeah, you were quite funny, but if the microphone didn't pick you
Damn
up...
it, my one
that's
chance of being funny.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Gone.
I try and do one thing each podcast that's slightly humorous. So
Yeah,
it
just
doesn't involve swearing.
Bully me for a little bit, that's fine.
Oh, I don't like bullying you. It's,
You
it's
do.
like kicking a puppy.
You love kicking puppies.
That's true.
Okay, then we will be back soon. We'll
At
have to
some point.
We'll try and get one done before Alex's wedding, but
Most likely not.
you know what we're like.
I'm very busy.
Yeah.
Well, we did 11 in our first year.
Yeah.
So if we can try and do better than that,
Well, we've
this year,
already done 2 this year.
I know
This is the
that.
second
And it's
one.
the second
It's
month.
quite crazy. Yeah.
So 1 a month is fine.
I'd rather do more than one a month.
Well, yeah, but we didn't last year.
No.
We did one every 5 weeks.
We're on track to beat last year.
I don't. What's funny is our audience must be really annoyed because sometimes we were.
Our audience.
My mum is sat at home shaking her fist.
She's so angry.
It's but we would.
That's what she was when we were getting ready to record. Alex got a phone call from his mum.
He did.
And I bet that's what it was about.
Are you
recording
recording
a podcast?
I'm waiting for the next one.
The last one was only 30 odd minutes.
You know your father's back at work and I've got nothing else to do.
Ben had a go at me for just doing a short podcast last time as well. I was like, we had nothing else to talk about. What else do you want to just
Oh,
vamp
yes.
for an hour?
Our second listener. Well, I've actually met now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've met him.
I like Ben.
He's a nice guy. He bought me a
Hi,
drink.
Ben.
Hi.
Hi.
Remember me?
Hi, boss.
So have you mentioned the you mentioned the website?
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about the
new podcast format.
new podcast format?
Well, yeah, we are changing what we're doing. We are changing what we're doing.
So that's not a new format.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Alex. Such a ball buster. Was busting my balls. We aren't changing what we're doing. Ben and Cash are going to kick off a video game podcast.
So there's no change to format. There's just
We've
new
been
podcasts.
we've been given official permission to carry on because
Yeah.
By ScreenHog executives.
Yeah.
I see.
Of which there is 2. Of which they both agree.
But then we're in the Facebook group for ScreenHog Executives.
That is true. You do get a vote now.
Yay! I vote we do what we just said we were going to
Yeah.
do.
But the other thing, Alex, is Ben's suggestion was to get together once a month
And do a Skype thing.
and do a Skype
I
joint
remember that.
podcast where we just bullshit about the shit in our own lives instead of talking about the glory of movies
Or games,
or games.
which is what they're going to be
I'm
talking
just
about.
wondering about who actually wants to listen to our lives.
Well, I think our lives are more interesting than the events of Star Wars. Certainly.
Why not?
I pitched an idea for we could have a joint podcast where we talk about games based on movies and movies based on games.
There'll be special crossover podcasts. We'll do them once every quarter.
I
If I
think
would just sit
that would
down
be
for like 30 seconds and go, yes, they're all shit.
good. No. we
There's
can't.
never been a good film based on a game.
Street Fighter.
That's going to change this year, Alex.
There's
'cause
never
do you
been
know
a-
what comes out?
Assassin's Creed.
Do you know who it's starring?
Michael Fassbender.
And
Michael Fassbender.
Marion Cotillard.
Ah,
Yes.
And do you know who it's
Cotillard,
directed
please. She's
by?
French.
The same guy did Macbeth. Justin Kurzel.
Do you know who's doing the cinematography?
Deakins.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh fucking hell.
I don't think it is actually.
Super Mario Brothers.
It's quite a good film. It's just not. It's nothing like Super Mario.
Double Dragon? What?
From Russia with Love.
It's not a computer game.
The Spy Who Loved Me. There's a Spy Who Loved Me computer game.
Yeah.
GoldenEye?
The game is based on the...
No, it's not. It was the other way around.
No, it's not.
It was. They made the game first, and then I promise you,
The
they
game
made
came
the
out
game
before
first,
the film.
and then they made the film. They did.
No.
The game was so successful that they rebooted the Bond franchise and made GoldenEye.
I'm not willing to go that far.
The game was successful.
No, I'm not. I didn't mean that. Obviously, the game was successful. I'm not going as far to say that the game was successful, so they made a film. I know the game came out first.
What's your point?
Well, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think that the film is based on the game. I think that they were both production started at the same time. It just happened that the game got finished first.
So I don't believe it.
Well, that's what I was just. Wait, right, fuck off.
That's not to our one listener.
No, that's to Alex.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't tell my mum to fuck off.
Well, I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't.
We
judge
like
her.
your mum.
Yeah. Can we get her on?
God, why not? Like guest listener appearances. So if you wanted to appear on the podcast, just listen. Make something in the comments below.
Anything.
Please, just let us know.
We've had one comment on all of our videos, and it was Alex saying, "Just swallow." And I hope that listener still listens, because it had us fucking creased.
Oh, that was so funny.
I'm going to find his name and do a shout out next time.
Hey, I think you should.
What if that was my mum?
It wasn't your mum.
What, your mum saying
It was
Alex
like
just swallow?
Lieutenant Cumkiller or something.
Comment of the year.
2015.
Comment of 2015. Just swallow.
Yeah. The thing is, I didn't even realise that was something that you'd said.
No, neither did I.
It's like the first thing I say.
That's really funny.
See, that's my editing, that.
Yeah, that's
I obviously cut it so that was the first words of the podcast.
Imagine, the first words of the podcast were as you choked in your Oreos.
Was that when we had the peanut butter ones?
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
good.
You can still get them.
Yeah, I saw them for 50p somewhere.
Yeah.
Clearly they're not popular. Are we done?
Yeah, we need to wrap this up because I've got a train to catch.
Okay then.
What time's your train?
Half an hour? Well, not even half an hour.
You know the train station's 10 minutes down the road?
It's like 10 minutes.
Fucking is!
Yeah, Paul could do it in like 7 minutes. Walking.
Okay. But I want to be there early as well.
Half an hour, 10 minutes. That would get you there early. You know that.
Exactly. What's the point?
Well, and then you want to sit at the station for 20 minutes.
I want to make sure I get the train.
Oh, God, go. Bye.
Oh, wrap it up properly and then I'll
I'll
head
say
off.
bye. I will say bye.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Goodbye.
The
Bye.
next podcast will have the results of the Oscars.
Maybe, unless we do one before then.
I won.
We might do a special Deadpool edition.
Tune in to find out.
Yeah.
Ah! Skull poople. Sorry.
Was that even a word? What?
Skull poople.
Was that even a word?
Yeah. Skull poople.
Oh, thanks Hans Atom for the theme tune.
Oh yeah, we always forget.
Yes.
God damn it! Thank you.
Thank you, Hans Atom.
Atom.
Up and atom.
Oh God, I was going to say that, and then I thought, no, I'm not saying that. It sounds like a dick move. And you said it.
Oh, and thanks for that because I didn't know what music I was going to use for the last podcast. So thanks to the brass band that I just stole the music from.
They performed really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to
Yes.
have them on again. Maybe when we do our actual Oscars one.
I think it was the BT band, but I may be wrong.
Well, we'll shamelessly plug the BT band.
Yeah, I don't think they exist anymore, so I don't
Are
think
they,
anyone
they
can
the ones
possibly
who
come after me.
Dry the Rain?
That's
Sorry.
I'm out of the loop, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the beta band.
Except for typewriters.
Fuck you! Alex is mocking me because I want to see an Alaskan female singer-songwriter who uses a typewriter as a musical instrument.
Because you're a hipster.
I
Ding.
am indeed a hipster.
ding. I could do
Look
that.
at me.
Yes. You're drinking.
Kronenberg 1664.
Where's this from? Belgium.
France.
Germany.
France.
You sure?
France.
I think it's Belgian.
They speak.
Vive le hops de Alice.
They speak French in Belgium.
Oh, Alsace.
Brewed in the UK.
Oh, it's English.
I think Kronenbourg were actually French though.
Contact by post. Heineken UK Limited.
Yeah, I mean that
The
Kronenbourg
Danish.
is actually French.
It's from Strasbourg,
So you're in Strasbourg.
which is France. It's the worst place in France I've ever been.
That's what the Nazis said. And on that bombshell.
That's the quote of
Oh
2016.
no, we ended ages ago.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
Oh.
Did we?
yeah. I'm gonna put the ending in before this. This is the post credits.
This is us thinking we're just talking bullshit.
Yeah, I thought I've already decided where the music's going in.
Okay.
It's going in before I said thanks. Because then I think it'll be real funny if I play the end theme tune and then I go, oh, and thanks Hans Atten for the theme tune. You go, oh, we always forget. Because at that point we had forgotten.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not going to stop recording until Alex actually leaves, though.
I'm leaving.
We've ended it twice and you've just fucking sat there.
No, we haven't ended it proper. I didn't know we'd ended it. Now look, this is me putting my coat on.
You could.
McCool.
We've ended. You can't bully me now.
I think it's still recording.
Alex's mum has to listen.
It's atrocious. We are sorry.
Edit that out, please.
What, every swear word?
Yeah, and go back through the previous
Just
podcast.
the ones that you say. She doesn't mind me swearing. She said,
Told you last night.
posh people swearing sounds funny.
You're not posh.
Yeah, she did say that.
Posher than you.
It's not hard.
It's not hard.
That's what she said.
I'm going to cut that one out.
Yeah. Considering
I'm not going to
I
cut out
don't
that
even know
laugh,
who that
Alex.
she is.
I'm going to isolate that laugh.
Well, that.
Alex still get to leave?
You guys are mean. I've lost my headphones. No, I've got my headphones. I will leave now.
Bye, Alex.
Bye. Just see you at work tomorrow.
Yeah, safe travels. Let us know you get home safe.
And don't chat shit about me, yeah.
Let us know you get home alright.
I will do.
You better.
Yes, Mum.
Okay, bye. Tasty beer. Considering
I'm not going to cut
I
out
don't
that
even know
laugh,
who that
Alex.
she is.
I'm going to isolate that laugh.
Well, that.
So yeah,